Hi guys, so this is our first video featuring our new project, which is also known as our new home. This is just a quick little glance at the outside. I just wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of what we were working with. I will be doing another little clip that has me explaining exactly what we're going to be doing in depth to the entire outside of the house. But for now, let's just go in so I can show you the first day of demo. This is the kitchen before we do anything to it. As you can see, it's kind of old. There's a lot of wood paneling on it that's outdated. This house was built in the 1940s, so almost everything has to go. We have completely torn it up at this point, just taking everything out of the cabinets and bookcases, dresser drawers, so there's literally stuff everywhere at this point. We plan to completely gut the entire thing. You can see back through there is the bathroom. All of these cabinets are being ripped up, the stove, everything's gone. That doorway right there actually is going to be closed off. And then that whole wall right there will be completely gone. In the next couple of clips, you're going to see Frank, the guy right there next to Zach. He is our contractor slash Wonder Man, fixer-upper, build anything you want off of Pinterest guy. We are so lucky to have him right now. He and Zach are at this moment taking down all the paneling on the wall that we end up knocking down later on. That's Zach's brother-in-law, Derek. A lot of his family has been coming over and helping out, and my family too. That's what's been so fun about this whole project, is getting to do it with our family. It's just, you know, we get to go and spend the weekends together ripping things up and tearing stuff down, and it's been a lot of fun so far. So like I said, they're just going to remove all this paneling. That wall is going to come completely down, which, you know, at this point, I think it's mostly just sheetrock. But these walls have been up for so long that we kind of didn't know what to expect when we got in there. We had no idea what we were going to find. Originally, we were going to keep this paneling and just kind of paint it, but in all honesty, it was a little damaged, so there really wasn't much point. At this point, they're just kind of taking out all the electrical stuff. Zach's grandmother had her washer and dryer right there in the kitchen. That's why there's the hookup. So we had to kind of maneuver around that a little bit and get into the wall a little bit differently. We had to kind of work around it. So this didn't actually take as long as I thought it was going to. They had it down in a matter of an hour. I thought demo took weeks, and in all honesty, Zach and Frank have been going kind of crazy with the demo, so they were able to get all of the walls down in a matter of a week. It was kind of insane to watch. There's Zach getting in there. He had a lot of fun on demo day. He was super, super excited. I was behind the camera for most of this because this is just not my area of expertise at all. Lots of hammers, lots of nails, lots of stuff flying everywhere. We were super careful, but we made a gigantic mess that day, and it took probably about 2 or 3 days just to kind of clean it all up. We did rent a giant roll-off dumpster and completely filled it. I'm gonna say in a matter of like 3 hours. There was so much stuff that needed to be thrown away. And I don't even know if I actually have any footage of it, but in the next wall, we found a kind of secret chimney that we didn't really know about, and it was massive. This is, Zach had, like, did I mention Zach had a lot of fun doing this? He kind of scared me a couple of times with some of the things he wanted to do, this being one of them, and you're about to see why in just a second. He had a blast. You know, how often do you get to kick through a dry wall? So why not? As you can see, they just literally started punching it out. Once they got it going, I mean, there was nothing stopping them. So the guys spent most of the rest of that day just ripping everything down. And like I said, making a gigantic mess. It was it's a little stressful to watch, trust me. But we got it all done. We got it all cleaned up. We got it all moved out. I mean, even at this point, the floors are completely ripped up. There's nothing down there. The walls are gone, floor's gone. At this point, we're really just kind of putting up the studs for the walls that we're gonna build. So this looks completely different now. When you stand where I'm standing right now with the camera today, you can see all the way to the front door, and it's really incredible. This, I don't know off the top of my head what this is called, but this scared me so bad. I was not prepared for the sound that this thing makes. But Zach and Frank know what they are doing, so I was just letting them go to town, like I said before. Not my area of expertise at all, so I left this to them, and I just stayed nice and safe behind the camera, make sure I caught all of this. In the next couple of clips, you're gonna see our adventure into picking out flooring, which was a lot harder than I actually thought it was gonna be. But thank God for Zach's sister, Nicole, who actually works for a flooring company. So she made it a lot more seamless than I think it would have been if we had just walked into Home Depot completely clueless. There's a million things that go into picking out flooring and tile for bathrooms that I had no idea about. So this is the warehouse for her work. It's massive. I tried to get as much footage of it as possible. It is broken up a little bit though, because just walking up and down the length of it, I don't feel like it was doing it justice. There was a ton of stuff in this place. So we were able to pick out our bathroom tile, our backsplash for the kitchen, all of the flooring for the house. We found everything here, and it was amazing. Zach was super excited. I don't know why he still had his sunglasses on when we were in there, so just ignore that. But we walked in, and neither one of us, I think, really knew what to expect. So when we saw all of this stuff, we were kind of like, oh gosh, we really don't even know exactly what we want to do, and now we have a million options. Which options aren't a bad thing, but when you're pretty much flying blind from the beginning, this was a little daunting for us. Most everything's on a pallet, so you had to take a lot of it down to even see what we were kind of working with. Nicole had thankfully already taken pictures of things that she thought we would be interested in and kind of knew where everything was before we started pulling stuff off shelves. So right here, this is the slate that we had actually picked for the bathrooms. And Nicole is explaining to us that we can use the whole tile for the walls, and we can also do split tiles for designs on the floor, which would make it more of like a long subway kind of thing. This right here though is stuff you don't think about, grout color. Why I would have never even thought to pick something out. There's a million shades of gray, different shades of white, and then you have to think about what things are gonna look like once you clean it, once it gets a little dirty, once the house has been lived in. It was just such a random thing that I hadn't given any thought to at all yet. We had a lot of fun just kind of looking at everything, putting ideas together, seeing, what they actually had compared to what we had imagined in our minds. I think that was a backsplash tile that we had looked at, but we ended up going with just the plain white subway tile that I'm really happy we did though. This is the decorative ribbon for the master bath. There was a million options. I had no idea. I've literally never looked at anything like this before. I've never given it any kind of thought. The one I'm pointing to, we actually didn't go with. We went with this one that's next to it that has more of the black and gray tones in it. Here you can see us comparing it to the slate. I'm glad we went with the gray. It's kind of going to be the theme of both of the bathrooms, and it made it really, really simple for us. So this is basically what we had to do anytime we wanted to view any of the flooring for the home, not so much the bathroom tile stuff, which thank God we had somebody with us, Mr. Bo King, that knew how to run these machines, because never in my wildest dreams would I ever even attempt anything like this. It was really cool to see up close in person, but I was scared the entire time. I thought for sure this was all going to come crashing down to the ground. Zach thought I was crazy. I think I've just seen one too many Final Destinations, to be honest with you. So prior to coming here that day, this is the flooring that we had originally picked out. This is not the flooring that's actually going to end up in our home. They didn't have enough for the area that we needed covered, but it worked out perfectly because while we really liked this one, the one that they actually had enough of for us, we are in love with. So we're not upset about that at all. It worked out perfectly in our favor, and we couldn't be happier. We toyed with the idea of carpet in the bedrooms, but we decided to go against that. They had a lot of really nice selections right here, but we had enough hardwood to actually do the bedrooms as well. So we decided to just nix the carpet, and we're gonna go and just put fun rugs on top of the flooring in the bedrooms. So that was it. We had such a great day. It was super productive. Huge thanks to Zach's sister. She made all of this possible, and it was just a perfect day, no stress. We loved it. So we grabbed a quick bite to eat at one of our favorite restaurants, which is right down the street, and then we headed home.